Now, like I was trying to explain about making up stories about, you know, some of the women I dated, only two of them had females, right, that were old enough to really actually do something if they came into the living room, right? But the thing is, all right, I don't know if the girls did or not, right? And there were only two who might could have, right? One was, like I said, the night I picked up a girl at the club, right, on base, right, and took her and her friends home and dropped the other two off, and she let me come back to her apartment, and we had sex on her love seat, and I was on love seat, and she went to bed, right? So we're after between 1 and 2, I guess, right? I don't know, right? Somewhere around there, right? So anyway, right, right. Um, or she might have even drove us all to her house. I mean, she let me come to her house or something. I don't even remember the details. That's what I mean, right? Just that one of the women I had sex with, right, had a daughter, right? And the following morning, the daughter is putting her crotch in my face, right? Like she knew me and her mother had oral sex last night, right, or something, right? I didn't tell her nothing about that. I don't think. Unless, after we went to sleep, the girl came into the living room, found me in the living room, and woke me up and gave me the third degree about what I was doing there in the apartment with her mom, right? And I had to answer her that we had sex, right? Well, I don't remember that conversation at all. Well, that means, again, I was blacked out or something. If I don't remember something knocked out, right? Usually by someone in the apartment, too, right? But then the next door neighbor is coming over the next day, too. Right. And see, the thing is, there's a way to tell someone no, and then to passively let someone make love to you, right? And I was making love to the woman, right? I wasn't just trying to fuck her, right? Or, I was kissing her, I was, going over her body parts, right? And doing things with them, right? Including, licking the, female entrance, right? For the mediums or the mediums, right? Right. Get medical with it, right? So you understand, I'm trying to make love to the woman. She's a little resistant, but she's not exactly pushing me off, if you know what I mean, right? She could get out the situation and go to bed herself if she really wanted to leave, right? I mean, if you leave the scene, I can't do that with you, or you go to the bedroom, you leave me in the living room alone, well, you don't really want sex. But if you stay there, you won't like what I'm doing, and you won't just go through the motions with me. You can tell. If someone's going through the motions with you too, and you're going to do it with them, and you just want to get that release. Orgasm stage is what they call it now. You want to feel that pop in your head, right? So anyway, I'm with the mom, and then she goes into the bedroom area to go to sleep, right? And of course, she could have done that at any point, but we made love, right? See, I finished with the cider, right? So anyway, unless the daughter came in there to me later on that night, I don't know why she would put her crotch in my face, or she talked with her mom about me or something, right? She told her I'd let her down there too, I don't know, right? Why she would do it. Okay, that's the problem the next morning, right? I don't remember when I woke up either, but it's probably about, if you go to bed around, say, 3, right? You get to the apartment around 2 after she drops off her friends. And I think either I drove us home or she did. I forget all the details. I mean, that's how long ago it was, too, right? So, anyway, when you accuse me 11 years later, something happened with my stepdaughter, that's way too late. It ain't gonna prove nothing happened, right? It don't matter what you're saying either, right? By the way. Because you're not identifying who you are, right? Only two people are the actual eyewitnesses that night, right? The daughter and the mother. And just because she wakes me up don't mean I'm going to do something sexual with a 4-year-old. I'm not going to do better than that, right? I wasn't born yesterday before SVU. Because I'm hearing about stuff like that myself growing up, right? Of adults trying to have sex with children and it being called pedophilia too, right? It's not like it's a new idea, it's just becoming illegal during the 70s and 80s and 90s. Because, see, people probably been doing it, you just don't know they were doing it. They don't tell you. That's the problem, too. Well, like I said, with Sheena, that was one of the things that I thought we had in common. Her dad was molesting her, and our pastor was trying to have some kind of masturbatory affiliation with his eunuchs, right? Which that was his idea, right? The Bible never said lay hands on a man's, head. If you understand the reference to the tip of the penis, that's what they call it. In slang terms, they call it a head. Right? It's kind of like a mushroom head, right? You ever see the mushroom? Right? And the top of the mushroom is still called the head of the mushroom. Anyway, if you're circumcised or not, too, if you're uncircumcised, there's a foreskin over it, right? If you're not, there's no foreskin there, and it's cut off when you're either an infant or if you do it surgically when you're an adult, as an adult, right? Now, Islamists do it at 13, right? Jews do it at 8 days old, yeah. There's a reason for that, too. Vitamin K is what helps blood to clot, right? How did they know, right, that vitamin K is strongest in an infant's body 8 days later, right? They didn't, right? But every child who gets circumcised or not, on the 8th day, every boy child, circumcised or not, has the strongest vitamin K in their bodies, right? For some reason, unknown to medical science. Is it because you might be circumcised? Or is that something medically that happens with every child, whether they're circumcised or not, right? Huh, that's weird. Does that mean every male child could be circumcised but isn't? Yeah, it's technically, yeah. But again, that's another thing you have to look into to even know about, right? You don't, that's not common knowledge, right? That vitamin K is strongest in his body 8 days later, especially for a male child, right? A female child don't have to worry about usually circumcision unless it's genital mutilation of her clitoris, right? Which that means she might even have a penis. Ladies of the V, what do you think that means? They're not just generally mutilating women, some of them are hermaphrodites, right? Both male and female, I know. Medically speaking, right? And people in Africa don't know how to deal with it medically, right? Nor do doctors in America, because they also try to genitally mutilate the child, right? And make it into a female or a male, right? When it's DNA, don't lie, right? Even if you do that, if it's a hermaphrodite, it's still a hermaphrodite, by the way, right? Once you're one, you're one. Right. Well, once you're born, right? Your gender does not change unless, as an adult, you change it. And then it's only the appearance of a female or a male, right? You're doing there. You can do it. I'm not saying that, right? That's a physical thing you have to do, though, to your body, such as castration of a unit, right? That's why they did it back then, right? So that the unit couldn't be tempted by the women in the harem, right? To have sex with them because they were the king's wives, right? That would be treasonous. Not that, like Solomon, you're supposed to have 1,000 wives, so then you're taking someone else's wife, right? Though, what's the population at the time? Does it matter or not? I don't know. Right? Could a man still find a woman to be his wife, even if the king had 1,000 wives? Possibly. I don't know, right? It all depends on how many daughters there are to sons, right? That's another thing. And if you go gay, guess what? Right? No more babies for a while. That's another thing. That's where babies come from, right? So what's the point in religion? Why is homosexuality frowned upon, right? Because you can't make a baby, it's just sex, right? Okay, but now the population, right, and here's another reason you might can understand mercy of it by now, right, has gotten so out of whack, right, because we're just hucking and sucking, right, you know what I mean, right? To use a different word, that's called hucking instead of the F word, because that bothers you. Okay, so they're humping, and again, right, we're humping, and the population is now close to 8 billion. Okay, we need to slow down. We need to calm down and slow down, right? Now, homosexuality or being a unit is one way to stop reproduction, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to pay you to masturbate to some girl on the video, right? And that's what you're trying to get me to do, right? That's illegal. That's not even sex for money. It's masturbation for money. That's worse than prostitution because then you're trying to get me to pay you to masturbate with someone I don't even get human contact with, right? Over the internet, like it's real sex. That's crazy, right? Yes, it is. I got a Playboy to masturbate to, right? Why? I can see the woman right there. I don't need to go nowhere, right? I'm at home. I can do it in the bathroom at home. I don't do it in restaurants. When I'm out, idiot, I'm messing with you, right? But you're not messed up. You're that twisted yourself. You believe everything somebody tells you. When they tell you they're making it up, right? Even. But like I said, unless she talked to her mom, and I don't know why, right? Or she snuck into the living room and talked to me about it. And I thought, well, I'm your mom's friend, right? And I came home and we had a kind of thing, right? And we did something on here and here, right? As adults do, and your mom and me are adults, so we can do these things. You being a child, you gotta wait until you're a certain age, right? Now, we'll tell everybody, you gotta wait until you're 16 or 18 in Virginia. I don't know what the law of consent is, but whatever it is, you're not supposed to be having sex until you're 18, right? Not that you can't, right? I gotta tell her that too, that's honesty. Right. But I'm not trying to seduce the daughter anymore, right? Alright. Than the other two women who were with her that I didn't hook up with, right? I would have had a menage a trois. That's 3 women, by the way, with 1 man. I didn't care. I'm a horny 20-something-year-old man. 3-year-old man still, right? When I meet them, right? I fucking ball, right? Oops, I said the word. Sorry. I would fornicate with them all, right? I was just in that frame of mind because of the confusion about the pastor trying to masturbate with the church, right? That was the issue, Gina. Now, you said your dad trying to be with you confused you, and I understand that, right? But at the same time, my pastor is trying to do this with not just one man, a bunch of men, right? That's a promiscuous way to do that, isn't it? And even then, I mean, I know it's not actual sex, I guess. So that's what his way of explaining it was, but even prostitutes do hand jobs, right? Like I told you about the song, right? A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss, and a dime if you tell me that you love me is still prostitution, right? Trying to get the person to do certain things, right? For money. But the world's all about the money, right? Love of money is the root of evil, right? Because with it, we buy and sell, and without it, you don't have what you need, right? You can't even buy a loaf of bread without money, right? No one just gives them unless you go to an organization, like a church or, right, and get stuff from that organization. Then you gotta drive there, which costs gas money. Me and Teresa were doing that too. Well, the thing is, even Nina, like I said, could have tried to fuck me, right? The night I met her, I took her and her son and Teresa out to Pizza Hut. We had a pizza, right? And, you know, her boyfriend was in jail, right? She could have came down after her and Teresa went to sleep. Teresa went to sleep, and her son went to sleep in her house. She was still staying there then, right? When I met Nina too, right? She could have came down to the house, my apartment, right? Fuck me, leave, and then someone blacked me out, and then I'm not even up, right? Okay, you see what I'm saying, right? I don't know if she did, though. The whole time, right? And that's why you don't know if someone blacked you out, right? I never made a move on her, though, during the day, right? I didn't do nothing with her at all. Right. And I can't prove it, though, if Nina slept with me or not, right? I don't know. Right? But I would tell her something different than Teresa, though. And I'm telling Teresa that because I'm not as interested in her as I would be you. And, you know, even though you have a son, right? That's different than having a daughter, which that was the problem on the internet, right? I know your son was acting a little off, but I think that's because he had no male attention, right? And again, right. Not since his dad left or whatever the problem was there. He had to leave the dad because he was a fucking nutcase, right? One of those, you know, controlling type men, right?